Joe Hillsman here live with you from Duluth High School. It is the nightcap of the On the Radar Classic presented by the Atlanta Hawks and Metro PCS. It is the Shiloh Generals and the Pebblebrook Falcons. Coach George Washington, the head coach of the Pebblebrook Falcons. Coach Kim Rivers, the head coach of the Shiloh Generals. We jump it up and we're ready to go. Colin Sexton, J.J. Smith, Calvin White, Jared Harper, and Tyler Moorman, the starters for Pebblebrook. Darryl Rogers, Josh Okeke, Greg James, Deshaun Waters, the starters for Shiloh. Here's Rogers. Rogers going to drive on a layup off the window. Good. Deshaun Waters Jr. 7:27. We are just underway. Here's Pebblebrook and Collins and Smith. J.J. Smith is in there. Kicks it back out. He's going to hold it down. Here's Harper. Harper going to back it out and work with it. Now gives it over on this high post. Taking it and looking at it is Tyler Moorman. Heads over the screen. Pass is going to be intercepted, but he steps out of bounds on the line. Harper driving, floating off the back iron. No. Rebound on the floor. Here comes Rogers running back this way. Rogers going to go all the way for Shiloh. Shot is up. No, and no foul. Coach Kim Rivers standing up, giving out instructions to the Shiloh Generals. Pebblebrook coming off of a wicked defeat last night. Shiloh played in the Bob Jones tournament in Alabama. But the two losses this season to Pebblebrook have came to Montverde and Green Forest. But last night was a problem. Gave up 89 to Green Forest in defeat. Rogers in the corner, a three. Donnell Rogers hits a three. 6:25 to go. We're going to take it across the timeline with Colin Sexton. Sexton brings it back out, dribbling at the belt high. Gets a screen. Sexton now going to drive left of the lane. Shot is up. Count it. No. Offensive foul called on Sexton. His first in the team's first. Offensive foul on the Generals coming off of a Final Four season last year. We're in the Final Four for the very first time last season. Looking to break through and take a title back to that part of Snellville and that part of Gwinnett County. Here's Rogers. He's going to pull another three. Back iron, no good for the little lefty. And it's going to bounce and go out of bounds. And it will be Pebblebrook ball. Pebblebrook lost in the state championship game last year. A heartbreaker to Wheeler. Lost that game at the end on free throws by Jalen Brown. Coach George Washington, it hurt him as it would hurt anybody else, but he's bounced back and he's rebounded. Sexton swings it over on the left side. Here comes Pebblebrook. Gonna drive. Rogers, stop. Harper. And Harper making it look easy for his first field goal. Block. Get it out of here. Here they come on the break. Up ahead to Sexton. Sexton caught it. Let it go. Come back this way. Here's Rogers. Rogers, now they swing it all the way to the top. And here's James. James gives it back to Rogers. Coach Kim Rivers out, giving out his instructions. 3 minutes gone by. 5-4. Shiloh with the lead. Shiloh with the ball there in white. Pump fake. Put it on the floor. Stop. A jump. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound ripped off the glass by J.J. Smith. And here come the Falcons back this way. Gonna give it over in the corner to Sexton. Sexton puts it on the floor, skip pass across. Harper had the three. He split the double team. Then goes behind the back out of bounds on a turnover. Tried to get fancy with it and go down now and get the turnover, but get the hoop, but it's a turnover. Now coming in for Shiloh. Cloud into the game. Here is Rogers. Swinging around. There's a long three. Front iron. No good. Rebound. Long outlet pass. Sexton couldn't catch it. Had to throw it back in to save it. And it's going to come up and be picked up by Josh O'Keefe. Here comes O'Keefe. O'Keefe down the lane. He went up for the dunk. He missed it. Offensive rebound. Put back up and in. Good. Falling on his fanny. Harper steps into a three. Back iron. No good. Young Rogers picks it up. Little Rogers, long lead pass up ahead. The layup is no good. They smacked the backboard. They wanted goal, turning on the Shiloh side. Coming back this way quickly is Smith. Smith walks into a three. Come on. J.J. Smith, a three ball. Corner right wing, and we're tied at 7. And a timeout is called by Shiloh. It will be a 30-second timeout. 7-7 ball game. Seven ball game. Coach Washington now wants to know if he can get his sub into the game. He wants to put Desmond Beasley in. And they're going to have him wait down. So they inbound it to Rogers. Three out of the corner. Rolled in good. Greg James hit that three. 10-7. James in the book with his first field goal. Between the legs and behind the back goes J.J. Smith. Smith has it. Backs it back out. And here's Jared Harper. Harper being worked on by Rogers. There's an obvious size differential, but Rogers has held his weight so far. Goes around the screen. Here's Harper on the hesitate. Harper down the lane. Shot is up. Offensive foul called on Jared Harper.
Offensive foul for 11. Into the number 23. Beasley.
2:35, less than that. Shiloh operating in the white. There's a jumper from the foul line. Going to be short. Smacked in the face on accident and a foul. Foul called on Smith.
Number 5.
2:30 to go. There's the inbound. James going to pull another corner three. No good. Rebound. Pump fake. Up and off the mark. They tip. Fight for it. And a scrap for it. And Pebblebrook going to come away with it. And a jump ball is called. And it will remain Shiloh basketball.
Into the Generals, number 1. Chandler. And number 12.
Malik Chandler checks in. Chandler off of the bench, so they're going to drive, put it up. Shot is going to be no good. fighting for it, and Pebblebrook's going to come away with it. Here they come with Colin Sexton. Sexton going to drive all the way down the lane, layup, no, and he was fouled.
Foul on the Generals. Number 23. Setting number 1 for the Falcons. Sexton for line number 2.
Sexton now will get the free throws. He'll shoot 2. Free throw is up. Front iron short, no good. Sexton misses on the first one. Second free throw coming up. Sexton almost a set jump shot is no good. He missed both free throws. Rebound comes down to the General. And they'll pass it up across and work it down this way. There's a corner 3 out of the corner. Good. 13-7, Shiloh with the lead. On a back cut, Sexton up on a dunk, good. 95 seconds to go. There's another long 3 by the Generals, no good. Rebound put up, block. They lose it down low. Fight for it. Come away with it, Sexton. Here come the Falcons coming back this way. Smith on the in and outside dribble, going to kick it over to Harper. Harper puts it on the floor, going to attack. Now kicks it over to the wing. Sexton has to take it. Harper sets up a corner 3. Good. Jared Harper with the 3, and just like that, it's 13-12. So Chandler holding between the rings. Now the Pebblebrook crowd tries to come up and come to life. Chandler kicks it in at the foul line. They swing it over. There's Chandler. He pulls a 3. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound Smith. J.J. Smith filled in that rebound. Now going to jump stop in the lane and couldn't hold on to the pass with Desmond Beasley. Rogers will check in.
In for the Falcons, 0. TJ Murray. And back in for the Generals, 0. Darnell Rogers.
Murray checks in for the first time for Pebblebrook. Rogers is back in the game for Shiloh. And he brings it into the full court. So here is Rogers. Going to sit here maybe and eat on this clock with 35 seconds to go. Less than that now in the first quarter. 13-12. Rogers standing out between the rings. They're leaving him alone. No count right now with 25 seconds. Now he has a count on it. With 20 seconds, he swings it over to the right. Give it back to Rogers. They're going to hold for the final shot. They have a 13-12 lead. 1 point in the final 14 seconds in the first quarter. Rogers shaking bait, float down the lane. He missed it, no good. And that will be the end of the first quarter. 13-12. Shiloh leading Pebblebrook.
In the first quarter, we have Generals 13 and Pebblebrook 12. Number 3 in the planning Soldier Arena. Register today for Junior Hawks Union Basketball Players. www.hawks.com/Hawks Camps. The next clinic is December 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. The tickets to the Hawks Trailblazers game that evening is included. Now at Metro PCS, buy one smartphone, get a second select smartphone free. Sales checks not included. Hurry, this offer ends November 30th. Visit Metro PCS store today to find out more about this incredible offer.
Pebblebrook on offense, trailing 13-12.
Got foul on the Generals, number 1, Chandler.
Foul called on Malik Chandler.
Generals number 15.
Sexton goes baseline, stop, puts it up good, falling away. Colin Sexton with 6 points. 14-13. Now gives it over to Chandler. Chandler in the corner. A long three by James is no good. On the back. And an offensive foul, and that'll be called on Orlando Merrick. Merrick will pick up the offensive foul. We're in the second quarter, 14-12.
Number 23, Kingsley.
Pebblebrook and Shiloh. So now here comes Pebblebrook. They are moving left to right, and they are in the burgundy, or the deep burgundy, and Shiloh in the white. They trap him as soon as he get across the half-court line. Swing it over to the left. Jared Harper going to pull a long three, in and out. Rebound comes down to Chandler. Here comes Malik Chandler in transition. Gets it up ahead to Rogers. Rogers now going to stop, and then said, let's set it back up. So he swings it all the way to the right side. Drive, and they'll kick it in the corner. There's a long three. James, good. Greg James, a three, his second three of the contest. 16-14, put Shiloh back out in front by 2. Bounce it down the baseline, slam, dunk, in, one, no basket, an offensive foul on a screen. J.J. Smith went down that baseline and boomed that thing home, but they waved it off on an offensive foul.
Number 5.
Josh Okogie is checking into the contest now for Shiloh. Here's Rogers. Rogers swings it to James. James holding it out high, and then they get it to Merrick. Check it. There's John Waters. Now there's Rogers, a three. Good. Darnell Rogers, a three. So they open the lead back up to 5. Just over a minute and a half gone by. Sexton goes baseline, spins in the middle, got tied up, traveling violation. White Murray now will check in. Inbound, paying attention to the exchange. They wanted the sub to come in. He didn't want to. He wanted to wait to the next dead ball, but he was already in, so he had to check in. Swinging around, here's Rogers. Rogers to Chandler. Chandler over to the long three. James, good. He's warming up now, Greg James. Push the lead out to 8 now for the General. So here's Sexton. They trap him. Ball deflected. It'll be out of bounds, and it will go over and stay with the Falcons of Pebblebrook.
Back into the Generals, number 23.
Shamari McLeod has checked back into the contest for the Generals. Went over his back, out of bounds, right there in front of, in the expensive seat. 5:35 to go. 22-14. Looking at Coach Washington, he's giving the shooting symbol, and now he's asking the table how many fouls that was, but the scoreboard says 5-team foul. They still have 1 to give before they get in the bonus. 5:27 to go. Harper pulls a long three. Jared Harper with a three. Driving, Rogers got it blocked as he tried to go down the lane. And now here they come out. They want to run. Up ahead to Harper. Harper going to stop. Now goes the low. Bounce it behind his back though. Sexton back to Harper. Pump fake. Harper going to attack the basket. Kick it back out. There's a jumper there from Murray. No good. Offensive rebound and flip back. Tipped in there good. Was that Smith in there? Yeah, that was Smith in there on the glass. He has 5 in the contest. Pull now to within 3. 4:50 to go. Here's Rogers. Rogers working with the right hand dribble. He's picked up by Harper. Still no count though. Josh holds it between the rings and now swings it to Harper. James was coming off and McLeod was also coming as they run their offense and an offensive foul. Coach Kim Rivers didn't like that offensive foul called on the Generals. 4:29 to go here in this second quarter. So Perry Battle now will check back in. McLeod will take a seat. And Orlando Merrick also will check in, number 12 for the Generals in white. Oh, here's Jared Harper. Bounces it up to Sexton. Colin Sexton now. Dribbling with the right hand, belt high. Between the legs. Going to pull the 3 and James facing in the air ball. Colin Sexton with an air ball. And Coach George Washington was not pleased with that. Tried to show out and tie the ball game and pull a 3. Or did someone open the window, the door down here? Somebody need to open the window. It's a heat box in here right now. Kick it to the top. Perry swings it over. There's Merrick. Orlando stepped into the jumper. No good. Rebound is going to come down. Here's Sexton. Sexton running the break for Pebblebrook. All the way. Layup good. Colin Sexton inflicting everything he can into the ball game right now at the moment. 8 points in the contest. Here's James holding it. James now puts it down with the right hand dribble. And a turnover.
Offensive foul on the Generals.
Offensive foul called and a turnover. Dump it down low underneath the basket. Tough move. And score for the Pebblebrook Falcons. Smith again in on the hit. 23-21, but then coming right back is Deshaun Waters. 24-23, now the pass is stolen. Up ahead to James. James on the break. Layup easy, James. Good. Greg James with the hoop. 2:49, so they dump it over to the right side, hold it. Pass is stolen. James going to come away with it. Merrick tried to get it. Colin Sexton with the steal. Sexton all the way, shot up. No, he was fouled. He'll go to the line. 2:39 to go, 26-23. Joel Hilsman, glad to be here with you. SUV TV, the SUVTV.com. This is the On the Radar Thanksgiving Classic presented by the Atlanta Hawks and Metro PCS. Free throw, back iron, no good from Sexton. Sexton struggling at the line right now. He's 0 of 3 on the day. Calvin White now checks back in, a starter for the Pebblebrook Falcons. Sexton, free throw, good. Finally got a free throw to fall. 26-24, Shiloh with the lead. Sexton, 1 of 4 from the line. There's a long 3 by Perry. Good. In the corner, a 3 ball. In transition, Shiloh all the way. He lost it up at the rim. Josh lost it up at the rim, and now here comes Pebblebrook. Pebblebrook will give it over to Jared Harper. Harper into the forecourt, being worked on by Battle. Put it on the floor. Sexton swings it over. Murray with an up fake now on the baseline. Gives it over now, and here's White. White now back to Sexton. Sexton makes his move. Here's White. White, baseline jump. No good. Rebound tipped out. Murray going to come away with it. Kick it to Harper. Harper hesitates. Alley-oop. 29-26. Now going to go. Here's James in the corner. James now with a baseline. Stop. Hard power dribble. Turn around and a traveling violation call on Deshaun Waters Jr. J.J. Smith will check back in along with Desmond Beasley for the Falcons. 29-26. 3-point ball game. Jordan Eaton now has checked in for the Pebblebrook Falcons. Put it on the floor is Harper. Picked up by Rogers. Harper has it. Eaton now gives him the screen. Around the screen, Harper pulls the three. Front iron, no good. Except for the rebound, out of bounds, it will go off the Pebblebrook. I like how Harper was patient, even though he missed the shot. Got that screen and was able to step into a good shot. He was short, didn't have the legs for it. 29-26. So here's Roger. Long three, good. He is really cooking from deep. That three ball again by Greg James. That's his fourth free of the contest. 32-26. 30 seconds to go here. Here's Harper. Harper goes around the screen. Harper gonna drive off the window. Harper couldn't get it to go. They fight and pull down the rebound, pulling down the rebound. And then they lost it. Here's Harper. Harper below the paint, in the paint, no. Shot, tipped around, and it's gonna come out. Here comes Barry White. White gonna run out this way. Battle all the way, battle. Shot, no good. It hit the underside of the rim, out of bounds. They didn't see it, and it will stay with Shiloh. So Malik Chandler will check back in for Shiloh. 8 and 3, 10 seconds. 32-26. Inbound, easy. Malik Chandler layup, good. Chandler's first bucket of the ball game. And then a steal and a three, no good. And that will be the end of the first half, with Shiloh holding a 34-26 lead.
We want to thank our cross sponsors, Pebblebrook PCS and the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have one last giveaway to get up on your feet as she started out t-shirt for the Atlanta Hawks during sports. I can hear you.
They're gone. They had 7 left. So we took 1 out of 5 grand. We're looking at teaching holiday classes. Okay, what time?
It don't matter. I'm just going to give you it don't matter. Double letters. Double letters.
Okay, you got it. I'm wearing many hats tonight.
We welcome you back for the second half. Joe Hillsman, glad to be here with you. Duluth High School on the Radar Thanksgiving Classic presented by the Atlanta Hawks and Metro PCS, a part of the ATL Beach Elite Series. Ready to rock and roll. Here's some quick numbers for you. Greg James had 14 for Shiloh in that first half. DeJohn Waters had 7. Darnell Rogers had 6. For Pebblebrook, Colin Sexton had 11. Darren Harper had 8. It's 36-24. And there's a 3 right there. Bang! Right out of the gate. Greg James is feeling good. Now he's up to 17. Shot is off the glass. No good. They're going to fight for it. Rebound is going to come down and hit the floor. Rogers is going to go for it. Young Rogers, little Rogers is going to get it. Darnell Rogers flipped up, went behind his back. Now kicks it over to the right. Pump fake. Up. Shot. No good by Waters. Stolen by James out of bounds. Off James, and it will go to Pebblebrook. So you look up already an 11-point lead with 7:19 to go in the third. 37-26. Joel Hillsman, glad to be here with you. Glad that you are with us on the SUVTV.com. A put back dunk. Slam dunk. Tyler Moran with a put back dunk. 37-28. Here's Rogers now. Worked on by Harper. Rogers very quick, and the lefty, shifty. Now going to get inside the paint. He dumped it off. What a beautiful pass. Wasn't there. Put it on the floor. Now going to drive. It's Josh O'Kee. Josh, no good. Rebound comes down to Jared Harper, and here comes Pebblebrook this way. Harper accelerates, puts it up. No shot. They call it on the floor. Josh Okogie quiet in this ball game. No points so far for the Generals, and he's their big headline. Murray now will inbound it, and the pass was in the Sexton, and they lost it. Shiloh's going to recover it, sitting down there, and he has to call a timeout. 30-second timeout called as DeJohn Waters had recovered a loose ball, and we're just about a minute and 28 seconds into the third quarter. 37-28. Joe Hillsman, glad you were with us. The final half of basketball in the On the Radar Thanksgiving Classic, presented by the Atlanta Hawks and Metro PCS. I want to thank the hospitality room. Thank our crew. Sly here, Johnson is here. Brandon Clay dropped in for a little bit on the end of that Tequila game. I'm glad that you are with us. It's hotter than a dog in this gym. Everybody got a fan. Everybody's sweating, whether you playing or not. But that's all right. Because guess what? You walk outside, that cold air it's gonna pop you. Sean Williams, the planner of this event, and we put this event on for On the Radar. Underneath the basket, down there, does a fine job. So now here we are. Shiloh moving, gonna move. It's Chandler. Chandler floats it up, no good. Rebound comes down to J.J. Smith. Smith now for Pebblebrook into the forecourt. He's gonna dribble it good with a little cross move. Kick it over in the corner below his legs. He was going for Sexton. Out of bounds, it went through his legs.
Checking back into the Generals, number 23.
So Shamar McLeod will check back in for the Generals. He had 5 points in the first quarter. Here's Rogers. Rogers will walk into the forecourt. And he's going to dribble with the right hand. Bounce and feed the post. He's got Waters on his back. Shot is up, no good. Jared Harper going to tip it out. Here's the outlet to J.J. Smith. One hard. That means Brandon Clay's back with me. 7-point ball game. Rogers into the forecourt. Sets up the offense. He's between the rings. Worked on by Darren Harper. Rogers, a little lefty. Might be the smallest basketball player in all of history. Moving with the right hand dribble, feeding the post. But he's very savvy and smart. Top side. A 3-ball by McLeod. Front iron, no. Skying is JJ for the rebound. JJ in transition. JJ long stride. But look at little Rogers. Rogers got his hands in there. He's got... Oh, be careful there, Harper. Come on, be careful. Be easy with it. Josh O'Keefe was running with him, who has been held scoreless so far in the game.
Well, this is an interesting dynamic. You talked about Rogers a second ago and what he brings to the table, and had a chance to watch him this summer. He's just a dynamic point guard. Small, yeah, fine. Okay, that's cool. He's productive. From the opening play of the game with the pocket pass there to that steal that just occurred and then the pass ahead to Josh, he just makes plays. Speaking of making plays, they're going to need Josh to step up. Point blank. They're just going to need him to step up and make some plays. He's not going to be able to score 4 to even 6 and then feel good about it. And maybe they find a way to win with that, but they're not going to feel good about this. He's got to be able to get himself on the board and kind of get himself going, man. But they've been able to, without him, still have a lead going into the half and early in the third, so you got to feel good about that.
Had a lead as big as 11 at 7:19 just a little over 2 minutes ago. But Josh Okeke 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Here's his first point of the night. Splits a pair. He's Brandon Clay. I'm Zoe Hillsman. 5:10 to go. 8-point ball game and a steal in the backcourt. Then they try to cook his pockets again. And he does. Here's Murray. Murray up to Harper. Harper in transition. A 3 is good.
Pull up. Elite Basketball Academy All-American in 2014. Gerald Harper. I've seen that one too many times. Fortunately, I was on the right side of it coaching his team. His skill set and ability. Auburn fans are really going to like Gerald Harper. I sent a message out on Twitter a couple of weeks ago to that effect after he scored 38 and had 6 assists against Mount Bird. He can make all the throws. You know, kind of what we talked about with Rogers. Maybe doesn't have ideal prototypical size at the position, but he's gained about 12 to 15 pounds through his arms. You can see it. It's noticeable.
Sexton with a move.
He's fantastic in the open floor in transition getting to the rim, man. Unbelievable. Body control. Showed that in the first half. The lob from Harper across the floor to him. Been some great notable plays between the two of those guys already.
38-35. It's a 3-point ball game. Harper, baseline, short roll.
There we go. I told those guys down on Media Row, Jordan Davis, Jonathan Hemingway, Dante Grant, Vince Smith, don't let Harper get it going, because the shots he was taking in the first half were good shots. They just weren't dropping. Now those same shots are falling. The game is changing. I like the 3 that Greg James took for Shiloh a minute ago that didn't drop. He had 3 of those in the first half. So Shiloh's going to have to get some production out of Okeke in order for this thing to be what they want it to be. They're not going to be able to hold Harper, Smith, and Sexton at bay long enough without production from that young man.
December 21st from 1 to 4 p.m. Tickets to the Hawks Trailblazers game that evening. This is approved.
To that effect, it is an 11-4 start to the third quarter by Pebblebrook. And I mention that because in our first game of the day, Lambert trailed by 15. Okay. Mannion and Markham both have been quiet. Mannion hit 2 threes in the final 2 minutes of the half, then came out and hit the first 2 threes, a 16-2 run to open the third, and they pulled away. That kind of reminds me of that.
As a spin-off to that, think about how good potentially Mannion and Cam Cox can be together up at Navy. Some of the things they can do. Navy's doing a great job. My father's alma mater. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear that report, man. I'll have to call and give it to him.
That's how they got up there.
Yeah. Blame John Clay, man.
Inbound, almost a backcourt. They got Chandler trapped. Some ball.
Great play there. J.J. Smith coming in off of inbounding, or defending the inbounder, to come and tie the basketball up there and get the trap.
That's a turnover.
It is.
Out of a timeout.
It is. You don't want that. You don't want to call the timeout, one of only 5 that you have for the whole game, and then turn the basketball over.
Colin Sexton going to go down the baseline. Sexton up. No, he'll go to the free throw line. He was hacked on the way up on a foul about a general.
I'm telling you, his ability to attack the rim, score off the bounce, and make plays. Welcome addition to a Pebblebrook team that obviously was depleted through graduation last year. And then you look at a Hudson, Derek Obedi, all those guys gone, but now you insert J.J. Smith from North Carolina. You get Sexton to come over from Hillgrove. Now all of a sudden you're revamped, reloaded, and ready to still compete in the marquee matchup of the night. Coming off a tough game yesterday.
A tough game. I did mention that. You're nice, Brandon, but you're supposed to be. That was an absolute massacre.
Yeah. Well, you know what's up.
That's why you like basketball.
Yeah.
Because the next day you got to
compete. You got to come right back and compete, man.
But that's the thing. We talked about Green Forest, but I did not expect to see a runaway like that.
It's tough, man. Their guards are good enough and they're so big. Like, I think that's the thing that you can't overstate with Green Forest. They are the biggest high school team that I've seen, period.
Yes.
Period. You know, when you've got 4 guys 6'8" plus who can all play, like, there are no projects in it. We talked about them struggling to find minutes for Muhammad, right? So when you're struggling to find minutes for that guy who is a 4-star prospect per on the radar hoops,
double last night.
I mean,
and that's somebody that's.
What do you do with that, right? What do you do with that?
Exactly.
So no, I'm sure Pebblebrook, this is a welcome sight, man, to not see 4 guys 6'8" plus, and they've done a great job fighting themselves back, taking a 1-point lead.
And then we always talk about it. Yeah, they do have a 1-point lead. We always talk about you're preparing for the state run anyway.
Oh, no question.
They're 1-2. There's not a lot of teams that wouldn't have 2 losses to those 2 teams.
Period. The end, man. A lot of teams that wouldn't have 3 losses already.
That's very much so. Yes.
Playing the gauntlet of the schedule as they always do. George Washington, one of my favorite coaches in the state for that regard. He's not backing down from anybody, and I absolutely love it, man. They do a fantastic job over there, and for the past couple of years, they really got it rolling.
I mentioned last year after the state championship, I mentioned this tonight, how George was hurting so much when they lost to Wheeler. And he says, I was hurt because they gave me everything they had.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the type coach he is. And see, now you look back, he's back on the sideline. Let's go get it again. We're going to make a run for it. A blocking foul call. Colin Sexton now really kind of bringing the energy.
I love it, man. Infectious. JJ's played that way from the start. Jared Harper even a little more demonstrative, a little more vocal than I'm used to seeing from him in a good way. You know, definitely something leadership-wise that you want from that young man as he gets ready to head down the road over there to Auburn next year.
39-38.
Well, these are great showcase games, you know, in terms of, you know, some of the things that I have to do in the spring, you know, which is vote on these guys, you know, whether it's for Player of the Year, Metro Atlanta, Mr. Georgia Basketball, Naismith, McDonald's. Had a great conversation with some of the coaches involved in today, you know, just about what we do over the course of the season, just getting out and watching. So you're physically seeing, you know, Kevon Tucker. You're physically watching, you know, Jared Harper or, you know, Rogers out here today making plays in a big-time game. So when it comes time to sit in that room and try to decipher, all right, man, who belongs on first team and second team and who's POI, you have this great perspective, and it's like the game is still fresh in my mind as we talk about these things.
I think you said the one thing, and you know I deal with a lot of football. It's easier to see more basketball than you do football. But my goal is to see as much physically as I possibly can. As much. You're not going to see it all.
You're not. You're going to miss it.
You got to see as much as you physically possibly can. And then rely on the tape.
Well, and I was, you know, last night was in Tennessee at Turkey Jam, you know, a quality event by a guy named DJ Harrison on the women's side. High school-wise. Saw
an event Marquichin won.
Exactly. Saw 4 kids that, you know, potentially could be All-Americans play last night. Got back in about 3 in the morning. Now back in here to watch some more basketball. You know, watching some guys that potentially could be, you know, Mr. Georgia, you know, first team All-State. I mean, a lot of different guys that are going to fall in that group. You know, even a guy like a Jared Harper or a J.J. Smith who could be Naismith watch guys as the season goes on, depending on their performances. So a lot of good things, but like you said, being able to see it live, national coverage.
Yeah. And if you can't, then that's why the SUV
exactly. I just like to go back and review the game, make sure that our broadcast and how I felt matches up with what I'm seeing when I'm sitting there in the office dissecting all this film, man.
41-38, Pebblebrook in the lead. Joe Hillsman, Brandon Clay with you, 2:24 to go. Diving on the floor, Rogers, and he's going to hustle to pay off. The hustle will pay off. It'll be General Basketball.
That guy's fantastic. I mean, just his energy level, the way he plays, it's unbelievable. Obviously, the first thing you see him, it's not going to pass the eye test, but then you look like at his calves, and it's just balls of muscle, and then you see him shoot it and pass it, and you're like, oh, man, this guy can really play. They do a great job.
I like the way Orlando Merritt went in there and tried to get that rebound. They were fighting for it. He and Tyler Mormon were tussling, and it'll be a foul, and they'll give him a shooting foul, so he'll go to the free throw.
Merritt did a great job in the first half of doing the same thing. Good size, good frame, good energy. I really like what he did around the rim. You know, just being involved, being active in the first half.
Orlando Merritt at the free throw line. He's scoreless. First free throw is up and rolls in good.
So, and any bonus production they can get right now while Kiki is struggling a little bit offensively is big. So all of these points, these free throws, these offensive rebound putbacks, any of these things are really big right now as they struggle to find the rhythm offensively.
Yeah, the dirty work, the hustle point. Into the forecourt is Murray. Murray now going to give it off. One bounce, kick it back over. Here's J.J. Smith. Down the lane, bounce pass on the ground. Lay it up in there.
Oh, wow. Fumbled it a little bit, was able to catch it and corral it and be able to put that in. That's a nice finish and a great pocket pass there from Smith.
Nice drive to the hoop. And one! Darnell Rogers, the hoop and the horn.
Absolutely love the way that guy plays. Coach Rivers does a great job, too, of allowing him to be himself without letting him just go right in the mug. Hey, just run around. No. We're going to have a little bit of structure to this thing, but at the same time, there's a reason why you're going to play at the next level at George Washington. We're going to let people see that, and we're going to have a little bit of fun in the process, but finding a way to kind of balance that. Same thing Coach Washington does with Jared Harper.
Free throw is good. Shiloh pulled it within one, and they got a turnover. Okeke to the hoop, flip it up, left hand, no, he'll go to the free throw line. So Josh Okeke will go to the free throw line, 1:44 to go. And they're going to race in subs now. Kobe Wyatt getting his warm-up off. Didn't see any action in that first quarter. Will come in. Okeke can't buy much right now.
Now, both teams are able to use, good amounts of their bench, at various times, obviously, but they've been able to play multiple guys. Neither team sitting on 5 and a possible. Both able to play 7, 8, and especially for Pebblebrook coming off of that tough one last night, you need to have some extra bodies here. Green Forest ain't easy, and neither is Shiloh.
These players just bust out 5 and a possible. I thought I had a deck my spade hand in my hand.
Got to be careful around me, man. I'm cutting off the rip, fella.
Oh, man. Yeah, you are.
Cutting off the rip. I'm going to throw down 3 straight aces, and then I'm cutting, man. Let's go get to it.
43-43. Someone going to get cut in this one right here. 1:42 to go. It's a steal in the backcourt. Okeke shot up.
Yeah. Well, and now you've seen 2 possessions in a row with steals on loose balls for Josh, where he's been able to make a play and get himself to the free throw line. This one where the basket counts in addition to.
And a timeout has been called. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And let's see, is it Shiloh calling the timeout? It is. Pebblebrook called that timeout. All right, 30-second timeout. 1:38 to go, 45-43.
Douglas County going anywhere? You came from Douglas County, son? Rockmore. Yeah, I'm sitting up here trying to figure out where the fuck people goes.
45-43, 1:38 to go in the third quarter. And Josh Okeke will be going to the free throw line to try and complete the 3-point play.
Seven rules right there. Talk about that for like 3 minutes. No, I ain't got the earphone up.
Free throw no good. Unable to complete the 3-point play. 45-43. Taking there, Sexton. Sexton on the drive, and he was fouled on the floor. There's a foul on the floor. Let's check it now.
Foul on Generals number 20. And for the Generals number 1.
Fraley picked up the foul. John Fraley for Shiloh. 80 seconds to go. 45-43. Shiloh has retaken the lead. Here's Jared Harper. Harper has the trap and swing it to Sexton. Sexton now looking into that corner, but it's not there. So they're going to peel it back out. He works it back. Now going to try to attack on a drive on Chandler. Stop in the lane. Float up good. Collins Sexton. A nice move by the young fella, and we're tied at 45. 1 minute. 1 minute to go, third quarter. So here is Rogers. Rogers holding it. He's being worked on by Murray. Rogers too quick for his own self. Stop. Fake, lean in, jumper. It's going to be no good. Got his own rebound. Put it back up. Short again. They fight for the board. They're going to come away with it again. Up, no, tipping and fighting. And Smith is finally going to get it for Pebblebrook. And here comes the 1,000. And he's going to go up ahead to Sexton. Sexton up and in.
And that's what we talked about earlier with Sexton's ability to control his body around the rim. Took a little bump, still able to finish it through. On the other side, James actually caught himself off guard with the fact that he was open. Kind of forced the jumper, but wasn't able to, after he got the offensive rebound, make a play. Let's see what Coach Rivers runs right here. They do a great job, once again, of letting Rogers create, read, and see what he has. And you see him opening the floor up and setting it up.
Long three, Rogers. Kill of the rim, no good. 3 seconds, 2. He tipped it over to Okeke with a layup to beat the horn. Oh, man, you better buckle up. 47-47 going to the fourth quarter. It's Shiloh. It's Pebblebrook on the SUVTV.com.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support so far. High School and our Duluth High School keep our gymnasium clean. We would appreciate you throwing away any trash and the receptacles located conveniently around the gym. Thank you. Yeah, 8 minutes left to go in this exciting matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give these guys a show of appreciation for the hard work they've been showing us so far.
All right, we get ready to begin the fourth quarter. 8 minutes on the clock. It turns into an 8-minute ball game. 47-47, and Coach Washington discussing something. What is he upset about? The timeout situation, or
he's complaining about the jump ball possession arrow, trying to figure it out, saying that there was a tie up there. You see the referees getting together to talk about who should have the ball to start the quarter here.
There was a tie up, yes. They're going to award the ball to Shiloh. I don't think that made Coach Washington happy. Okeke, Rogers, Chandler, James, and Merrick will start it in the fourth quarter for Shiloh. Sexton, Harper, Murray, Smith, and Calvin White. There's a long three. Good by Chandler.
Tough shot there, hand in face and all. Big shot by Chandler.
50-47, they score on their opening possession. Here comes Jared Harper walking across the timeline, ball in his left hand.
Well, and they haven't been able to use the ball screen the way they like to for Harper tonight. Rogers has done a good job of sitting on it. You see him change it there to get Sexton with the move. Instead of going right off the top of the double, Harper actually attacks, penetrates, and then Sexton comes back around to score.
I'm going to piggyback off of you, though. The control around the rim is in the air.
No question.
Wonderful from Colin Sexton. Rogers carrying. Calming, let me be technical. Joe Hillsman, Brandon Clay, ATL Peach Elite Series on the Radar Thanksgiving Classic presented by the Atlanta Hawks and Metro PCS. We are in the fourth quarter of the final game, and it is a 1-point ball game. Shiloh and White with the lead. Pebblebrook trailing by 1, and they've got the ball, and that's Sexton. They were lollygagging with that ball right there by the timeline.
Looks like they're going to set something up for Harper here a little. Oh, good deep. They were trying to get a little screen up top for him.
Step back,
Murray. Oh, wow. You know what? Harper's not open. No be like, I got this, coach. Just play great defense on the other end. I'm going to reward myself with a jumper.
Now gonna drive all the way. Rogers shot up no good. Rebound by Merritt. Up in the foul. Counted in the foul. Orlando Merritt in one.
We call that the hustle man. Every time I see Merritt, he's hustling, doing something around the rim, one side or the other, making a play.
1 of 2 from the free throw line today. He split his pair earlier. Now going for a 3-point play that would give them a 2-point lead, 53-51. But they've got to get to 53 first, Joel. It's 52-51.
Hey, hopefully Kim Rivers is like, yo, speak it into existence and make that happen for us.
6:32 remaining, fourth quarter. Merritt takes his time. Ken Rivers has not sat down. Coach Washington tried to sit down. Missed the free throw. Harper with the rebound. 1-point game.
It might be hot in here, but ain't either one of them sitting down tonight. It's not happening. It's too good of a basketball game. I ain't sitting down either. Neither are you.
Yep.
We're good.
You're right. I'm not sitting down. Harper getting around the screen. Harper between the ring stop. Kicks it over to the right on a pump fake. Put it on the floor with Murray. Now he had to pick up his dribble. Give it to Harper. Turnover. Good defensive pursuit and pressure by Chandler. You talked about earlier how they tried to set that up for Harper. Rogers get a good job of disrupting their play. Same thing we saw there with Chandler.
Agreed. And they've really they are caught sitting on a hip. They've really sat on Jared Harper's hip, and they've made every single possession tough. Not just shots tough, but even that, just a simple pass backwards, no less. Most of the time when you have passes backwards, there's a little space between you and the defender. They have been on his hip everywhere he's gone in the half court all game long. By design, of course, I'm sure.
Deshaun Waters fouled as he was going to the hoop. And for Shiloh, they will be shooting free throws the entire way.
Well, and that's the difference between this year's Pebblebrook team and last. Last year, Ty Hudson was able to play the point guard position for the majority of the game, and Harper could play off the ball. They could also play it the other way around, depending on how the defense was playing. This year, Harper is the primary point guard, and they don't have a second guy. For as good as Sexton is, he really is an off-ball guy in terms of his style of play. So they don't have that second primary ball handler to allow Harper to play off and get him into space and sets the way that Hudson did.
Kick it over in the corner. There's a jumper from Murray. Good. He's hit 2 in a row from that same spot. He's warming to the task. We're tied at 53.
Great pass there off of the penetration by J.J. Smith. Got a point to the passer on that one.
Baseline.
Oh, good take.
Oh, it's good. Mr. Greg James.
Hey, we talked about Greg James. EBA Top 40 camp back in October. Absolutely loved his game and his ability to make plays, make shots, big wing with some length. And you're seeing that right now. Even right there off the bounce, the little float right there at 6 feet.
19 in the contest for James. Kim Rivers warned by the ref to stay back.
He's trying to get on the floor and coach with him, man.
Here he is now. Harper gonna drive, float it right in the lane. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Orlando. Merritt gives Chandler. Chandler lead up, pass up ahead, and moving the ball very well. Now gonna put it on the floor, going to the hoop, kicking out.
Nice.
There's a three from Josh Okogie. No good. Rebound, James, put back. No. Merritt tipped it. Okogie tried to save it. Now they're gonna come down, and here comes Smith. They've got numbers if they go. Smith in the corner, all across the Murray, steps into a 3-ball. Bang!
Boy, Murray coming up big. 7 points already in the quarter. 2 jumpers in that 3. And what a great cross-court pass to find him.
56-55, 4:33. Dwight Murray.
Now, it's funny in that way, Murray, in terms of the types of shots that he's hitting, has really assumed the role that Harper left behind. Obviously, Hudson graduated. Harper's now on the basketball. But a guy who can make those shots and be able to be effective and efficient in this type of basketball game, they're going to need Murray to do that all season long.
Free throw is good now from Deshaun Waters Jr. 56-56. Free throw. Good. They shoot him into the lead.
Rogers coming back into the game.
0, Rogers.
Now Rogers will check back in. Inbound to Harper. 4:30 to go. 1-point ball game. Between the legs, Rogers now will pick it up, give it over to Sexton.
There's a reason this was the nightcap. You're seeing
Sexton
it.
driving. No, he'll go to the free throw line. The foul will be on Greg James.
Fouls on the Falcons. Number 23. It's on the Generals.
Sexton really feeling it. Getting the basketball, trying to attack, especially over here on this left side. You know, make kind of a note to that. He likes to attack, even though he's handling it and a right-handed guy. He likes to attack going to his left there. Very comfortable doing that.
Sexton will get one more. Free throw good. He split them. $58-57.
Oh, nice move there by James. Nice move there by James. A lot of that created by the penetration from Rogers. But James with a nice pull-up and read. And once again, it's showing us various ways. Showing us the 3-ball, showing us the floater, and shows us a traditional 8-foot pull-up right there. Nice shot from the youngster.
There you go. Harper between the rings. It's a 1-point game, 59-58. Harper shot no good. Rebound. Why you put it back down? And here comes the steal. Here comes Water. All the way. Go get it beat. Blocking foul call. I didn't like it. Smith put the ball down there. That's what we were talking about earlier. Don't put the ball down there. 59-58.
The old adage, catch high, keep high.
Yes, sir.
Catch high, keep high. And it will be interesting going both ways right now. I mean, obviously, the game's sitting 1-point lead for Shiloh going into this timeout, a full from Pebblebrook here. Coach Washington wanting to give his guys a blow. Exactly what we talked about earlier. Harper may be needing a break, but you're not going to ISO under the 5-minute mark with a substitution. You're going to use a timeout to do that instead.
I haven't talked about any football on the SUV TV airways, but
hey, come on, let's go.
Guy, I just want to say something to the Notre Dame people.
Go ahead.
Thank you for playing. We'll see you in that other bowl.
Oh, man.
You're out of the playoffs.
Tough one today for Notre Dame. Last time I checked, they were down with 24-10. Stanford was getting them, man. What was the final score? What we got?
38-36 Stanford, a game-winning field goal as time expired.
The things that we're willing to miss.
I ain't missing nothing. I'm where I need to be. I didn't miss nothing.
Hey, I did. That's a good game. I love the kid from Stanford at quarterback, man. He's good. He's doing everything that the young man from Penn State was supposed to do this year, but hasn't. You know, he's been awesome.
I didn't miss nothing. Florida State and Florida, they ain't scored no points. 13-0. Georgia Tech and Georgia, 13-7. I ain't missed nothing. 59-58 right here. 3:30 to go. If anything, I miss something. Did Tennessee women play today? They
played yesterday. They won by 4 over Albany, and they play Texas tomorrow at home. That's a big game.
That's one I'll be watching.
That's a big game. Texas is good this year, folks. If you have not seen Texas women's basketball, they're good. And Tennessee's top 5. So it's a great matchup of top 10 caliber teams here to get the season jumping.
Seems like Diamond is getting her legs under her coming off the bench.
It's interesting. Hey, speaking of top 10 teams, we got LA right now. Oh, kept it. Look at the pass.
Oh, great defense by. So is that O'Kee? Yes, that's O'Kee with the defense. 60-58. 2-point ball game. 3:24 to go. He's Brandon Clay. I'm Joel Hilsman. We're glad that you are with us wherever you are. Phone, tablet, laptop, wherever you are. We are glad that you're with us. Live or on demand. Because this one might be worth watching a couple of times.
Hey, yes it is. Good defense.
Gives it to Harper. Harper between the rings. He peels it out. 3:04. Coach Washington out and his assistants are up with him. 3 minutes to go in a 2-point ball game. Harper to Murray. Murray's had the hand here in this fourth quarter. Sexton is telling Parker, be easy with it. Let me touch that ball. Sexton and Harper have not sat down, if you've been keeping track.
Oh, great read there. With the pin down, Jared Harper. What a pass though from Sexton. Put it right where it needed to be. Rogers tried to jump it. Big time shot from the wing for Jared Harper.
Harper 3. And right back at him. Rogers coming right back at you. Little fella is hooping.
This is fantastic basketball.
62-61. Sexton right back at it. Blocked. And Orlando America's going to scoop it up and recover it. Here comes Rogers. Rogers up ahead to James. James now feeds it in. He walks up out of here.
Tough, going to nullify the James jumper there, but this is exactly the type of atmosphere that Sean Williams had in mind when he built out this event. When you build an event like this, you want to build it's like a crescendo in music. You don't want to come down on this. You want to go up. And we're still headed up with 2 minutes left to go in the last game. It's 11 o'clock Eastern time. This is fantastic.
I'm not looking at the clock. The only clock I'm looking at has 1:58 on it. Less than that, 62-61. Swing it to the left. Harper in the corner, a three. No good. Rebound, Merrick on the back, no call. They fighting each other for it. Pulling it away now, and here come the Shiloh Generals coming back this way. Moving all the way to the hoop. Gonna slam, knock it home! On the break shot, Mookie.
That's awesome. What a great atmosphere for high school basketball in November still. And I had to look at the clock for the reference, man.
64-61. 3-point ball game. 1:40 to go. And we have a timeout.
Nah, towel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think from where Rogers fell down a minute ago.
That's fine.
Multiple guys have been down right there underneath the rim, folks. Both sides been attacking. It's been great basketball.
It has been, and you gotta have that towel. That's the last thing I want on any floor is a wet spot.
Truth.
All right, 1:38. We'll set it up for you. Pebblebrook trailing by 3, but they've got the ball. They will be side out of bounds right at midcourt. And it looks like Greg James and Colin Sexton are kind of exchanging some words.
That's what you want.
Yeah, a little jawing going on.
Well, again, kids are competing. Kids are competing. You spend a lot of time in the gym practicing, working on your game, individual development, weight room for these moments.
And it's hotter than the dog in this gym. Everybody dripping in sweat. I wouldn't have it no better way. On the screen and roll. Nice move. On the floor. Blocking foul call. Nick Beasley tried to make a move. And had that drop step going. And then, let's see, what is that? That's the city. They got one more.
Yeah, one to go. Timeout coming here. I'm sure, in theory, on this clipboard, they're going to draw something up real proper for young Jared Harper or Sexton, maybe even Smith. I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of action, though, for Harper with a 3 to go ahead and knock this one up, knowing George Washington the way I do.
Check out your campus deal. For a limited time, you can buy one 4G LTE smartphone and get a second select smartphone for free. Not just any device, but some of the best phones in the store from great brands like Samsung. That's free after instant rebate. Sales tax not included. No tricks, no gimmicks, no kidding. But hurry, this offer ends November 30th. Buy one smartphone, get a second select one for free. Visit a nearby Metro PCS.
80 seconds to go. I'm about to mess with our production guy, Sylvester. He over here napping.
Hey, I'm okay with that. Hey, man, you got to get your naps in during the timeout now. Got to get them in during the timeout. So hey, they say stay woke. You can stay woke during the game.
He said that's a veteran move. You noticed I called him out during the timeout.
Exactly.
I had to have some fun with it. So the referees come over, they're checking the book for fouls and for timeouts. 1:20 to go. We are upstairs. Pebblebrook will be inbounding underneath their own basket with Jared Harper. 64-61. Shiloh in the lead. Harper looks inbound high, long, and gets it in to Murray. Murray, the hot hand. There's Smith. Smith been quiet. They give it over to Harper. James is on Harper there. You notice that defensive switch? In the corner, Sexton goes baseline shot up. Offensive foul. A charging call on Sexton. Sexton is pleading with the referee. Here comes your offense with defense stuff. I thought that was a bang bang call. I think that's saying one less shoot or no call.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Here comes the press now.
It'll be interesting to watch that on the replay. He did his best to avoid the defender. But, when it happens, we play on.
We do with 55 seconds. 64-61, but at some point they're going to have to foul if they can't get a count. Sexton tried to draw a foul. He's not going to shoot that. Don't run out to him like that. Then they're going to swing it back for 45 seconds. Coach Washington all the way up to midcourt trying to tell him what to do. Kim Rivers has a offense right here in front of him. Down the lane, O'Keefe. Foul hard. Nothing wrong with it. He goes over and talks to him. He couldn't let him have that one for free, though.
No way. And maybe the two best athletes in the building, Smith and then Josh, Okiki making a play right there. I like that.
That foul is on the Falcons, number 5, J.J. Smith. That sends Josh Okogie to the line to shoot 2.
O'Keefe at the line. Free throw. Short. He has struggled today.
We talked about them trying to find the rhythm for this young man, and he's played better in the second half. Gotten some things done with his activity on the defensive end, but offensively never really found that rhythm that we were looking for in terms of getting zoned in. It just hasn't happened for him yet.
Second free throw rolled in there. Almost may have had to have that one. 4-point game. Harper quickly into the forecourt, and they'll call a timeout so they can inbound it in front of their bench. You mentioned a quiet night for Josh O'Keefe, the Georgia Tech future player. 9 points for him, all of them in the second half. Struggling at the foul line, though.
Well, and if you had told Coach Rivers before the game, Josh is going to have 9 points.
And 3 of 7 from the free throw line.
With 33 seconds to go, and you're going to be up 4, he's like, I'll take it. That's not ideally what we want, but if that's what you're telling me the scenario is going to be, I will take it, and we'll figure it out from there. And that's exactly where they are right now. So one of the things about great teams is you figure it out. You look at Football Reference right now. You look at the Patriots. No Edelman. We're going to figure it out. We'll find a way. We'll scrap. We'll make it work. Carolina Panthers, you lose Benjamin before the season ever gets started. Greg Olsen is now your best receiver. We're going to figure that out. We're going to make it work. Take in junior function. Somebody's going to figure it out for us. So great teams at all levels, regardless of the sport. At some point, you got to figure it out.
Sexton drives to the hoop. Oh, he couldn't get that one to spill over the lid of the rim.
That was a great move. Great attack there right off the play. Nice design, too. Quick flash from him. Caught it in the pocket. It reminds me, honestly, of the LeBron play versus the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah. When they flashed him to the elbow, he ripped through it and had the left-hand layup to win the game, essentially. That time, though, Sexton caught it and went away from the elbow of which he caught it. Nice move there. Quick flash catch, attack, and then was able to draw the foul.
30 seconds to go, 3-point ball game. Sexton at the free throw line. More importantly, a scoreboard has went out, or it just came back, but that's not what I was talking about. More importantly, he was shooting.
Yep.
That way he gets 2 instead of the 1-and-1 because they are still just in the single bonus. Free throw good.
Big shots there. Still a 1-possession game, 30 seconds left. It's been exactly how you want to close the night out if you're Sean Williams. He's sitting across the way, arms folded, taking this one in. I'm sure he's going to have a lot to talk about on Twitter over the next couple days.
He sure is, and I'm going to chime in right there with it. Rodgers on the inbound. Out of bounds. Nowhere. Call a
Smith with the foul.
Yeah, Smith with a foul on Lil Rodgers. So Lil Rodgers going to walk to the free throw line. He's 1 of 1 on the day. And he has 11 points in the ball game. So he's been big. 28 and 1 10-second 2-point ball game. $65-63. Rodgers going through his routine, sticks it up. Back iron, no good.
That's huge because even if he sticks this one now, it's still a 1-possession game. And the way that Harper and even Murray shoot the 3, Pebblebrook's still very much in this if they decide to play.
He missed them both.
Oh, wow.
Rebound came down to J.J. Smith. Harper races into the forecourt and calls timeout with 22 and 8 10 seconds.
Well, and think about this now. You mentioned, look at Harper getting some extra shots up. Harper getting a couple extra practice shots up. The ref going to him and saying something. Harper walks away real slick like a veteran, but he wanted a couple of extra shots, man. Interesting, the ref's going to spend like half the time out lecturing him about not shooting the ball. That's funny.
Did anybody from Shiloh knock it out before it got in? I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Don't let them see it go through.
That's hilarious. But in this situation now, down 22-8. Everything is in play for you. So now you got to play with a short playbook. You can run that same situation, same actions you just ran for Sexton if you want. Think about the amount of timeouts Coach Washington has had in his pocket, though. He didn't have to burn any. That's the sign of a team that knows how to play. He's been able to play the first 29 minutes of his game and not use timeouts, Joe. He had to use that first one at the 3:30 mark to give Harper a little blow and a break, but he hadn't had to use them to stop runs, to dead end runs. They've been able to just play basketball. So now when he needs them strategically, he has them. And that's the great thing, honestly, about coaching good basketball. I've coached some basketball that wasn't good enough for me to be able to pocket my timeouts like this. So I'm very aware of when people are able to do this. Anytime you got 4 timeouts to use inside of 3:30, and now you're setting up on 2 consecutive possessions, sideline out of bounds plays right in front of your own bench that you've drawn up, you've done a good job, and so is your team of executing.
That's why I like to bring it on up, and then we'll call the timeout. There was enough time to do that. All right. Here's Sexton between the rings, 15
seconds down. Oh, look at the double screen. Look at the double screen. Oh!
Not the passing lane. Malik Chandler shot that passing lane. It was there. 11.9 left.
Boy, what a great play there by Chandler to shoot the lane. And unfortunately for Pebblebrook, Sexton didn't see it coming to be able to hit Harper with the fade of the flare. That's a play that I think Ty Hudson makes last year. As you see him attack.
Traveling violation. They hadn't got a call down here. Traveling called on Sexton. 2 tough calls on Sexton.
Game not over yet.
Inbound at Chandler is fouled with 9 and 1/10 seconds.
What a great basketball game, though.
How big is Chandler shooting the lane, deflect the ball, and that comes up with the trap?
Well, and it looked like originally he was going to get caught in that double screen on the offside. He was able to shoot up, and that, from a strategic standpoint, if we got a double set, we got to set the double.
Yeah.
If he can shoot the lane, it means the double didn't really get set. They were there, but it didn't get set.
Malik missing the free throw.
Boy, they are leaving points on the board right now.
Number 12.
Chandler will get one more. Free throw. Good. Timeout call by Rivers.
Good call there. Coming off from 8, so still be able to run the baseline. It'll be interesting to see what both teams draw up. Rivers defensively, if he goes to, say, a 2-2-1 containment press or something that is designed to keep the basketball in front. Maybe not designed for a steal or a turnover, but just to keep the ball in front of him. And then from a Pebblebrook standpoint, they struggled when Shiloh went to that zone a little earlier and had to try to put the ball in the middle of the floor. So something to think about here if that's what we see in the last 9.1 seconds defensively from Shiloh, a 2-2-1 zone defense that's designed to put the ball in the middle.
Also, I want to bring to your attention, Shiloh called the timeout. Pebblebrook must go to length to the floor. 9.1, 66-63. They still got another shot. The offensive foul call on Sexton. The traveling call on Sexton. Third time a charm.
The way he's played basketball, well, it's interesting now because with 9.1, you assume that best case scenario, you're able to score this thing in about 5 seconds.
He has 24.
It still leaves you in a tough spot to have to foul, send it back the other way, and come back again. You don't have the timeout to advance it the way you do in the upper levels. Be able to advance the ball right away into the front court. So you still would have to go to length of the floor. So it'll be interesting to see if they play it for the 3 here with Harper or Murray.
They get it into Harper. Harper got bumped. 7 seconds. 6. Harper 5. Harper pulls. Harper back iron. No. Rebound tipped out. And it's over. Ball game. No. 0.3 of a second of foul.
And you saw Harper go ahead and go for the 3. That was the call at the timeout, like we talked about. I think it was going to be tough to play it for 2 possessions there. I think you were playing that one for a single possession, knowing that you were going to need a 3 to send that thing to overtime. Tough loss for Pebblebrook. Great win for Shiloh if this score holds. Now you see the crowd making a mad dash. Everybody got some big plans for the rest of this Saturday evening.
1.3 to go, 66-63. You are right. Mad dash.
Mad dash. I mean, literally, just a mass exodus here. With 1.3, they changed it, and that should about do it here.
I mean, it is. I haven't seen a gym empty this quick.
Before the final buzzer, I think that's the thing that's caught me off guard. Everybody just took off. Good shots there. Great game from everybody involved. Fantastic play, fantastic finish.
Yeah, did we have a timeout? Oh, no, long three at the horn, no good. And that will be the ball game. Shiloh hangs on for a 68-63 victory over Pebblebrook. Glad that you were with us for the ATL Peach Elite Series on the Radar Classic presented by the Atlanta Hawks and Metro PCS. For Brandon Clay, I'm Joel Hillsman. And for all of our crew, we'll join you next time right here, TSUVTV.com.